Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna just get straight to it. From the title of the video, you guys know what this video is about. I'm going to talk to you guys about my birth experience, my labor and delivery. I remember June 14th 2017. Is it 17? Yeah, it's 17. So I woke up fine. I didn't have like pain. I was getting pain, like I would say Braxton Hicks, but I was so like annoyed of the pain. I was just so uncomfortable. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't doing like I was just so uncomfortable. I literally wanted them to take the baby out. I think I was like 37 weeks when this happened. 38, I think. Yeah, I think I was 38. So I wake up, right, and I had a scheduled appointment for that day to go to see my OBGYN. And I go to him and I'm explaining to him, look, like I've been getting pain on my lower stomach, like cramps and stuff. And like he checked me out down there and everything, and like he did a sonograph. And yeah, so whatever. I'm like, in my mind, I'm kind of like hoping he'll be like, okay, today's the day, you know, but you know, I didn't really think anything of it because I knew I wasn't in labor pain. Never experienced the whole water breaking thing. It didn't happen like that for me. So he's checking me out, and he tells me out of nowhere, he's just like, okay, well, it was like 10 o'clock. He says, come back at 12, we're gonna do a C-section. And I was just like blown off guard. I was like, wait, what? Like what? Because I honestly deep inside did not want to get a C-section, you know, but I knew I wasn't gonna like stick up with the pain like doing it naturally. So I did suggest to him, I was like, look dude, if I'm gonna try to go with the natural delivery, but if you see that I'm like struggling and I'm telling you like, dude, I can't with the pain anymore, like cut me off. So he told me that. I automatically called my husband. I'm like, dude, what are we gonna do? Like, I haven't even shaved. I was so in shock because I actually wanted it to happen, and the fact that it was happening, it was like I got like an adrenaline rush. So yeah, so I came home. I didn't even have time. Like literally my stuff were packed, but they weren't like packed. I had like 90% of what I needed. So I go to the hospital. We rush to the hospital. I'm calling my mom and my dad. They're not even answering the phone. I'm calling my sister. Nobody's answering the phone. And I'm over here like freaking out. Like I need somebody to talk to. Like they live an hour away. Well, my parents have like a vacation house here in Dominican Republic. So they live an hour away. They were here at that time. So nobody's answering. They live an hour away. And when I get there, I was kind of like freaking out. I was a little nervous. You know, I've gotten surgery before, like plastic surgery. Like I've gotten my boobs done before, and I wasn't nervous, but I was actually nervous for this, you know? Like they were, I don't know. I was gonna be awake. You know, when you're getting plastic surgery, you're knocked out. And like for C-section, you're not. So whatever. So then they sit me down and it was time for the epidural. You guys don't know how much that freaking hurts. And he tried to do it 3 times. You know what? 3 times. I was dying. I was just like, no, I can't. They injected the epidural and I couldn't feel anything. Like after like 2-3 minutes, I couldn't feel anything from my waist down. So they lay me down. They lay me on the bed, and my husband is there throughout the whole time. He was there. So I felt a little bit more comfortable because he was there, you know. He starts touching my leg, lifting my leg up if I feel anything, and I'm like, no. So whatever, they start doing their thing, and I feel this like pressure. They were telling me too, like, you're gonna feel some pressure, don't freak out because it's normal. Like, feliz cumpleaños, Ismael, ya llegó el niño de Natalie and stuff. So I was like excited when he said that, but I didn't hear him crying. I'm like, oh wait, hold up. my baby's not crying. And I've been watching a lot of birth videos and a lot of C-section videos before I had this baby because I was freaking out, and they say that if the baby does not cry after a time period, he has problems. Like, there could be problems. So I was like, why isn't my baby crying? Whatever. So they brought him to me. I got to take a picture, which I would link so you guys can see. And so I was like, hold on, my baby's not crying, what's going on? So I got to see him. They put him onto my face. I got to give him a kiss, and I got to take a picture with him. So after, he starts crying, but not crying, like he'll be like and then he won't, just like, he won't cry. So I was like, does he have problems with his lungs? Like, what's going on? And then mind you, I'm laying down on the bed, right next to me. They have like the nurses and everything that help. They have like the baby bed right next to me. So I'm like looking at everything that they're seeing, like that they're doing to him while they're stitching me up and taking my placenta out and all that. So I'm looking at my husband, and I see that my baby is like turning purple. So I was like, wait, hold up, because I saw a video about that, like when like the baby starts getting purple. Like, I was just getting a whole bunch of things in my mind. Like, I was over analyzing everything. And I asked him, and I'm like, is the baby okay? Like, what's going on? And he smiled. He's like, yeah, everything is fine. But I knew deep inside that nothing was fine. Like, nothing was good about that. Then after, they ended up putting a tube like right down his throat, and I'm like, dude, what the frick are they doing to my son? Like, I was worried, and they had to rush out to another room. And mind you, my husband leaves me, and I know I'm already freaking out as it is. He leaves, which is fine. I wanted him to leave anyways because I don't want my baby to be by himself. I want him to be there to see everything that they're doing to him. At that time, like before that, I don't remember anything. Like, all I remember is waking up in a room full of other women that were in recovery, that were waking up from their surgery, whether it was plastic surgery, their C-section, anything. I was woken up by a whole bunch of women. Like, put you in a room full of other girls, because if you don't have, like, if you can't lift up your foot or move, they're gonna keep you in that room. So I woke up to this girl, and she told me that. She's like, oh, she was asking me like, oh, what are you in here for? And I'm like, oh, I just had my baby. And she's like, oh, me too, but they won't put you in your room unless you start moving your legs. If you don't, you're gonna be here. She was like, you're also here too because of your insurance. So if your insurance don't pay half of your room, you're not getting a room. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't have insurance, so, but thanks. So I'm over here thinking like, my husband's gonna get me my room. Like, I'm gonna be fine. I don't have to be nothing. I don't have to worry about anything. So yeah, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna get my room soon, and I'm gonna move because I can. So I was like, I can move my legs. So I start trying to move my legs, and I couldn't. Like, they just felt so heavy. Then my sister comes.
She's like, Natalie, everybody's downstairs, and they can't bring the baby into the room because you're not in the room. Unless the mom is not in the room, they cannot physically take the baby to the room. So I was like, dude, I cannot lift up my feet. Guys, and I was trying, like literally, I was trying to like lift up my feet, and I couldn't.
So after a couple of tries, I ended up lifting my feet. And when I first lifted up one of my foot, I was like, yo, I was looking at the girl, I was like, yo, look at so I lift up my feet. So I called the nurse battle. I'm like, hey, I lift up my feet, can you get me out of here? I want to see my son. And so yeah, she's like, yeah. So like in 10 minutes after that, I went into my room. And I'm like, okay, everybody's here. My mom, my dad, his family members are there, my sister-in-law, everybody was there, my mother-in-law. And so yeah, everybody's waiting, and every time there will be a knock on the door, they would think it's the baby, but it would just be another guest. So everybody would just get like so upset, like, you know. So whatever, we're waiting. 2 hours passed by, and they had him under like this oxygen box kind of thing because he wasn't able to breathe on his own. So they were just gonna see if he could for a little bit, and if he could, then they were gonna bring him up to me. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So then she comes again and she tells me, like an hour later, she comes again. She knocks the door, but she comes without the baby. And you know what she tells me? She tells me, oh, unfortunately, like, you're not gonna be able to see your baby till tomorrow. And I'm like, wait, what? She's like, yeah, he drank a lot of fluid and he is unable to breathe for himself. Like, he can't breathe by himself unless he's with the oxygen. So guys, like, I literally started crying. Like, how do I give birth to my son and I can't see him? Like, I was so upset. I just started crying. I was like, no, this can't be. Can you guys take me downstairs? I want to see him. And they couldn't because I was just so under a lot of like medication that I couldn't leave my room. That night I did not sleep. Like, I was tossing and turning, and I would look at my phone constantly. I would be up like at 4, at 5, at 6 in the morning. I didn't sleep, and I was just thinking, like, I was thinking positive because I didn't want to think the worst. I was praying, God, take care of my baby, hope everything turns out fine. Like, you know, I was thinking positive. So the morning comes and I see my baby. I was like, oh my God, he's so cute. When I saw him the next day and I saw him, oh my God, I just fell in love. Like, I fell in love with him. You guys don't even mind you, they had given him, I wanted to breastfeed as soon as he was born, but unfortunately, since he had that complication, I was unable to breastfeed him. So they did give him formula, but it was fine. I was a little mad because they did it without my consent, because I would have been willing to pump, and I ended up giving him the formula. I think they gave him like Infamil. I don't know, but it tastes really bad, and it tastes really bad, and it smells really bad, and I was like, ew, no, I am not giving my. So yeah, I came home the next day. I ended up staying in the hospital that whole day, and yeah, we just stayed there. I was there with my sister. She ended up helping me trying to breastfeed him at the hospital room, but I was getting stressed out. Like, that was a little, if it wasn't for my sister, which I'm gonna thank her right now, if it was not for my sister, and I will tell everybody, I wouldn't have given breast milk, because I was just gonna give up. I was like, no, he's not latching. I was home at last, and my mother-in-law was here. She was helping me like cook. She helped out with the kitchen. She cooked, she cleaned. I have the best mother-in-law ever. So yeah, so once again, I get into my house and I have to try to like breastfeed, and I'm like, you know what, Wanda, that's my sister. I was like, Wanda, I can't do this. Like, go get me a pump, and I'm gonna pump this milk out, because he is gonna drink this milk. I don't care how long it's gonna take, I'm pumping. She's like, no, Natalie, you have to latch him on your breast, on your nipple, because if you pump, it's not the same. And I'm like, okay, fine. Dude, within like 30 minutes, she got me comfortable in a bobby pillow. She's like, you know, you have to do this. She was showing me, and within like 30 minutes, I felt the actual like drainage out of my boob, and I was like, okay, I got this. Like, what's up? I was super excited. After that, boobs all day, 24/7. Anyways, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed my video. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Also, my Instagram will be linked on my description down below. I hooked it up, so you guys have to go see that. Don't be a stranger and follow me on Instagram. Okay, bye guys.